Hey friend, hope you are doing well. Welcome to Soulvine. This is Jamie. I apologize, guys. I've had some technical difficulties. I've had a couple of videos that just, I don't know what's going down. So unfortunately, I've lost them and haven't been able to post them. So, and that's including extended as well. So it's a lot of video time lost. Obviously, those messages weren't meant to get to you. So let's see what the messages are right now. I'll look at doing an extended tomorrow, but right now we'll just check in for the energies. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising will be the most dominant, but let's connect in, see what Spirit wants you to know and how we can best support your journey today. All right, for our beautiful Pisces, thank you. First up, Two of Swords. We don't read reversals if you are new here. All right. We've got the Ten of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Okay, let's dive in a little more. We've got the Five of Wands. Got the Sun in the middle. This is great, okay? We have the Five of Swords, Justice energy. Okay, I can kind of already get the energy of what's going on here, but let's connect in. We've got the Queen of Swords. You're going to eventually get there, Pisces, whatever this is that you're trying to make a decision on. And then the Five of Pentacles. Underneath is the Magician. Okay. Now, there could be a couple of things going on here. So I'm going to read the energies and messages that are coming through. Take what resonates. And just remember, nothing's set in stone here. But we're here to, again, support your journey in the best way. And so, you also feel understood and not alone on the journey. Right now with the Two of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands, I feel like you're in a position right now looking at what your future potentially looks like, or what you should be doing to succeed, whether, again, this is on the home front or relating to your career. It's like you're looking for some new beginning. You're looking for that thing. You're looking for that magic path and journey. But right now, what I'm noticing is there is a little bit of conflict going on. As the conflict goes on, when we get an Ace of Wands with the Five of Wands, naturally we get to the Six, okay? But it seems like you're focused or wanting to connect into this energy that motivates, that thrives, that is like this yes to where you're going. But this Five of Wands, and my ears are ringing really loudly. The Five of Wands, though, is showing up in some way where you may feel conflicted in what that thing is that you're meant to be doing it, because that's what I feel like you're looking at. You may not be making any decisions right now or taking action towards something, but I feel that thing will come, and you might be like, well, what do I do first? What do I do next? And with the Sun and the Five of Swords, it's interesting because the Sun, we know, is life force. It's the best card in the deck. It's something that shines the light. It gives energy towards it. It heals. There's so many beautiful things. There's truth, there's joy, and it's just happy, but there's still underneath this some conflict that's occurring here. I don't know if it's an internal conflict or a conflict that perhaps you may end up dealing with someone in terms of a situation. Maybe that's what's buried underneath. Maybe you're concerned about how someone is going to react or respond. But the good thing here is in this decision-making process, and as you're moving forward, ultimately that you want to lead in truth. You want to lead in authenticity is how this is coming across. And I feel right now someone here needs to take accountability, and someone here really needs to step into a place and be honest with the situation or something. I don't know, again, if this is a person you're dealing with or something you're experiencing within yourself right now in terms of this Ten of Pentacles energy and what this Sun moment is for you. it just seems like someone needs to get clear, someone needs to speak truth. But amongst that, there is some concern of loss. Maybe you've already gone through this energy and you're kind of now on the other side of like you had to potentially cut something out to bring something into balance and harmony. Maybe it is that there is some conflict, internal conflict, and you do want to make the right decision. You want to make the right decision and again, get real and be honest with yourself and the dynamic. But there is a little bit of concern here about the loss that may be left behind or part of the decision-making process. Maybe some of you too are feeling right now like, how do you get out of any financial complexity or difficulty or loss, or how do you repair something that feels like it's lost? But let's dive in a little bit deeper and see what's underneath this. What do we need to know in terms of potential challenge and influence of this situation? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so we've got the Hierophant, which, as we know, is a lot around the stability and commitment of something. And we do have the Ten of Cups. So this could also be the way what someone believes in, right? What you believe in that makes you happy, that makes you whole, that makes you feel content. Potentially too, there can be this element as well with the energy going on of the things that you may want to master or spiritually develop yourself here, Pisces. While this is Taurian energy and stability and structure, there's a lot here around, where does the happiness lie, really, and it seems like there's something about either social groups or I do feel that there is something for you about doing something a certain way or there's, I think, a vision you have for your life and a way that it will, come together, how it will feel, how it will connect. And there's some beliefs I feel that are around this that could be influencing, your journey. And it could be a spiritual one. Because again, the Three of Cups, this is about your happiness. This is about your joy. This is about your celebration. But it's not just you on your own. This is about the people, the things, the places and situations that lift that. And that's really coming up here right now. It seems a lot to be potentially on the social front, or the connection of people coming together and working towards something that feels wholesome, that feels good. But I do feel there's a lot on the group front that's really coming up right now. But that could be part of the potential conflict, and when I say conflict, the decision-making process, when we're undecided, that can be conflicting energy, right? We're not choosing to go a certain direction, but I feel you're in search of that thing, that motivational piece to the puzzle for you. And right now there's something demanding in between either attention or direction. And it could be someone that you're dealing with that's also bringing this up. Maybe if some of you are married, you're like, well, I'm in a marriage and that's where I've got to put my attention and energy, or, the camaraderie is not the right word, but you get what I mean, right? Like you've committed to something or a path, and maybe that's part of this, is that maybe the path now looks a bit different for you. So how do you find that and also live your happy life, whether you're in commitment with someone or you want to go a certain direction, through your career or through your work or even with friendships. So there's a lot there around getting connected to people and things right now, which seem to be on top of what fulfills all the things that you want to achieve financially, spiritually, and, in harmony and balance. Where is this all going? Thank you, Spirit. So we've got the Ace of Swords. So if you're not clear yet, Pisces, I feel this is definitely going to come through. I'm just going to move this. The space is a lot smaller with this new camera thingy going on. So Ace of Swords. What else do we need to know and where this is going? Thank you, Spirit. We've got the Judgment energy. So this is also a decision-making process. Getting the clarity you need to make a decision, ultimately. So let's see more about what this decision is. Four of Cups. Yeah, it's like something hasn't truly captured you yet. But let's get more here. You feel like you're missing something out of this equation. But here we go. That's going to end, Pisces, if you're feeling a little stuck or a little uneasy or a little not supported right now from the universe. But there's a birth coming. If you can see the sun rising over here. King of Swords. Beautiful. And then we've got two Knight energies. So there's definitely opportunity and growth in terms of whatever this is. One, it could be a proposal, an offer, something here that someone wants to work with, connect with, share, perhaps how they feel, how they want this to work, how they want this to open up. And then there's also this part of putting it into form with this Knight of Pentacles, building this solid foundation and the way things can, come together with that energy. It is interesting that we do have the King of Swords here. So it's like that the decision-making process is, while things become clear, there's also this, I feel like, kind of striking the iron when it's hot, so you can mold and create and go forth in a way that feels right. It's kind of like if you are picking up that sword to example, a pen to write, or that right type of music, because this is communication to mind. If this is, something you want to put out into the world, it's finding that finesse, finding that resource, finding that pen, finding that right computer, finding that right energy to be able to build something and build it in with finesse, right? But it's also knowing when to strike and when to do it in a way that feels congruent for you, because I feel that's a big piece of the puzzle here, in terms of making this judgment call and this decision of, what makes me happy? What are the things that I do? What are the things, what are the people, what are the situations that bring me the most joy? And I feel like that's what you're trying to catch hold of. That's what you're trying to find and source and dive into. And I feel right now you're getting clarity, but it's like, I feel like I'm clear on it, but why isn't this kind of, am I missing something? And then it's like this surgence of, information or direction or as I said, the execution of something becomes super clear, and it's just like you go for it. It could be someone too that you lean into and gain some support, some guidance with this King of Swords energy, but something here wants to give to you, something here, perhaps if there has been conflict and there has been some difficulty, maybe you cut out something or cut out a situation. There could be someone coming in and wanting to, apologize or connect with you and share more on how they feel. Especially if there is some decision making on the home front and, what that happiness at home looks like, or with a partner, or just your career in general. But I like you've got some significant opportunities ahead for you. As I said, with this energy of the Knight of Pentacles, let's just have a little bit more of a peek underneath. We've got the Three of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the Hermit energy. So the direction's going to become clear, and the action that you're taking, I feel that there's going to be a path forward that excites you. You may not be sharing it out loud, but I think it's something that you feel within. And then it's the part of taking that energy and going with it. Even if you don't have all the steps and pieces of the puzzle together right now, Pisces, the direction and then the time in between those steps is going to help you navigate where you need to go. Okay. So I'm going to leave that there with you. Again, great to connect with you. I know it's been a little while, and I look forward to catching up with you tomorrow, and I do hope my technology is back in action. Much love, friend. Bye.